Hello everyone and welcome back. For today's video we're going to be talking about my most anticipated releases for next year. These are all the books that I'm looking forward to, or just some books that I want to read by some familiar authors. I honestly might not know what half of these books are, but I know the author and I'm probably going to want to read them. I don't know. I'm just sharing with you some books that are coming out next year that are on my radar, and maybe they'll be on yours too. Let's just get into it. I also want to note that these dates could be subject to change. These are just what I found on Goodreads that said they were releasing, but they could change, obviously, based on what the author's being told, or what the author's telling us. So, starting with January, on the 7th, we should get the book Beg, Borrow, or Steal by Sarah Adams. Sarah Adams has been, her books have been on my radar for so long. I don't think I owned... Oh my gosh, I have my first Sarah Adams book over there. I thrifted it at the beginning of the month, the rule book. But I haven't been able to read one of her books yet, and I've been dying to read. Actually, I have another one. I think it's called Practice Makes Perfect. I haven't read a Sarah Adams book yet, but I am hoping to in the new year. Moving along, the next book we have Phantom by H.D. Carlton. This is coming out on January 21st, and I know this one is the story that follows Adeline's grandmother. This is her story. That one I'm really excited for. Then we have, on the 28th, we have two books coming out. It is Out of the Woods by Hannah Bonham Young. Hannah Bonham Young is the one that wrote Out on a Limb, which I haven't read, but I want to because everyone loves it so much. And I think there's another one called The Next of Kin. I don't know if they follow this, if they're like interconnected standalones or if they're just standalone books, but I've heard lots of things about this author and I really want to try some of their books, so I'm getting excited for their new release. Another one that's coming out on the 28th is Spiral by Bal Cahabra. I have Collide, but I've seen the cover for Spiral all over Pinterest and I'm obsessed already. I want to read it so badly. February, my birth month, we have a lot coming out. We have 3 books coming out on the 4th of February, which is crazy because that's the day before my birthday. So we have Deep End by Ali Hazelwood, which I believe is like a swimmer romance. And then we've got Dream Girl Drama by Tessa Bailey. I'm loving the Tessa Bailey books I've read so far, so I'm excited. I'm excited for our new release. I don't know if it's a new release or if it's a new release of our current book she already had out but with a new cover, but I'm excited. And the last one we have on the 4th is Unloved by Peyton Corinne. I believe this is the first book by this author is Unsteady, and that book I kept seeing everywhere and I thought this cover was so cute, but I never knew what it was about. But then I found I saw a clip of of something that happens in Unloved and I was like, yep, adding it to my list. We also have First Time Caller by B.K. Borison. I think it was one of the first books I read last year was Love Light Farms, and I've been dying to read another book by B.K. Borison. I think it's another one of those, I think it's centered around a talk show. That's what it looked like from the cover. On the 11th of February we are also getting Scythe and Sparrow, which is the 3rd book. I don't know what the series is called, but the first book is Butchered and Blackbird, then we have Leather and Lark, and then we'll have Scythe and Sparrow. I was so excited. I loved Butcher and Blackbird, so I gotta read Leather and Lark so that I can get Scythe and Sparrow and read them. And then on the 25th we are getting The Charlie Method by Al Kennedy. I believe this is the 3rd book, part of the series that follows the children of the Off-Campus and Briar Youth series. So I think it's The Graham Effect, The Dixon Rule, and then it will be The Charlie Method. Moving into March, we have Wild Side by Elsie Silver. That's supposed to come on the 1st. It's the 3rd book in the Rose Hill series, and I have yet to read an Elsie Silver book, but I am quite literally itching to. Oh my goodness, I want to read a small town little cowboy romance. I've heard so many good things about the Chestnut Springs series, and a lot about this series too. The Rose Hill one, I've heard a lot of good things about that one too. On the 18th of March we'll get Sunrise on the Reaping by Suzanne Collins. This is another book in the Hunger Games universe, which is so exciting. Last year I got Snake and Songbird, but I watched the movie. Guys, that movie is so fine, okay? that's definitely on there because I want to do like a full read through of the entire series. I've never read the whole series. I've only read the first book in like grade 9. So I want to do like a full like annotated sit and read through them all. I would love that so much. I think the new one that's coming out is a prequel. I don't know whose prequel it is, so this is really interesting. In April, there's 4 books that are on my radar. On the first book, it's Say You'll Remember Me by Abby Jimenez. I have a few Abby Jimenez books, but I haven't read any of them, but I've heard lots of good things about her. And so it's on my radar. Maybe 2025 will be the year that I read all these authors' books. Maybe I'll make the rule that I can only buy the book if I read a book of theirs that I own. Because that would be a good one, right? Gets me to read the book. Maybe I have to read 2 of them. Maybe I have to read 2 books by the author to be able to claim it. The next we have is on the 8th, and it is Enchantra by Kaylee Smith. I believe this is the second book following Phantasma. That one is on my Christmas wish list, and I'm really hoping I get it because everyone is loving it recently, and I want to read it so badly. I've heard that it's like romance kind of Caraval. Guys. I gave 5 stars to Caraval this year, and I gave 5 stars to many books in Dark Grey Months. Tell me this is not going to be a 10-star book. Another one we have coming out is on the 15th of April, and it's Wild and Wrangled by Lila Sage. Lila Sage has this whole The Rebel Blue Ranch series. We have Done and Dusted, Swift and Sad, Lost and Lassoed, and the last one we'll get is Wild and Wrangled. These covers are so cute, first of all, and I want the 4th one, but I haven't read the first 3, so I'm gonna also have to get the first 3. Well, but I'm so in it for the covers. If I see a cute cover, I want the book. On April 29th, we will be getting King of Envy by Anna Huang. I loved the Twisted series, and I have their Anna Huang's other series. I don't know what it's called, but it's like If We Ever Meet Again and all those ones. And then I have the first 4 books in the King of series, or it's like the Sins. I don't know what it's called, the series name, but it has King of Wrath, King of Pride, King of Greed, and King of Sloth. And so the new one that's going to be coming out is King of Envy, and I've heard really mixed reviews about it. Like, some people really love the few books and a lot of people hate some of the books, and I'm really nervous because I want to love them so much. I love the whole concept of it, that we're getting each one Deadly Sin, a king of the Deadly Sin. It sounds so good. And plus we've already met the King of Wrath in the Twisted series. So in May, we have May 6th, One Golden Summer by Carly Fortune. I read Every Summer After by Carly Fortune, and that one was like a 50-50 for me, but I love the aspect that it was located in Canada. And then I found out like the rest of the series are also located in Canada. We have It's a Love Story by Annabelle Monaghan. This is another popular author that came to rise this year. I don't know if I have any of her books, but it is something I am interested in reading, so I'm looking forward to that, and I really want to dabble in some Annabelle Monaghan. On June 10th, we have Caught Up by Vanessa Allen. This is going to be the second book following Lights Out, and Lights Out is on my Christmas list because it's been like, he's kind of like the mass TikTokers, but he starts like stalking a fan of his, I think, and it's just like apparently a really good, spicy, funny book, and I'm like dying over here and I really want to read it, so I'm waiting to get that. But then Caught Up's going to come out, and I think it's going to be a series of different masked men. June 17th we'll have Sounds Like Love by Ashley Poston. Again, another author I don't think I have any books from, and I don't think I've read. Just another popular author that I've heard of that I want to read books from, like they're on my bookish wish list. But basically, in the last half of the year, there haven't been many books announced because there's still time. So the ones I did find that I was interested in is Overruled by Lana Ferguson. This one, I think this one was a workplace. Yes, it was a workplace one, and I haven't read a workplace one in a little bit. I'm interested. I believe Aunt Lana Ferguson was the one that wrote The Nanny, and I have that one and I haven't read it. So if I read The Nanny, I'll treat myself to this one. The cover is so cute. I love these colors on the cover. That's all I have for July. I have nothing for August. September 25th, we should get The Accomplice to the Villain. First one would be assistant to the villain, then it's apprentice to the villain, and then accomplice to the villain. And apparently there's going to be a fourth one. Another series that I really want to read because I've heard good things about, so I'm looking forward to that. I don't remember if I asked for it for Christmas or not, but if not, if I get any gift cards, I'll get it. And then the last one I have noted is October 9th, and that is The Defender by Anna Huang. I asked for The Striker for Christmas, and The Defender is the second book in that like sports romance series that she's doing. So I don't know, is The Defender a hockey one or is it another like soccer? Oh, so they haven't announced much about it, so we don't know, but we just have the title. But that's all the books that are on my little like radar right now. Hopefully you found some to look out for and get excited about. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next Bookmas video. Bye!